Hi guys. Okay, so we left Disney's Fort Wilderness, and whenever we were leaving, I had tried to flush. I was emptying my tanks, and then I tried to use the black water flush, and I noticed as I was doing that, like after I emptied the tanks, it was flushing. I looked down, and there was water dripping out of the center of middle of the RV, right where the black water probably meets up with the septic. It was dripping, so as I started panicking, I was like, oh my gosh, this is dripping. I don't know if it's poo water, I didn't know. So I quickly shut that off, and I was trying to, get everything shut off and try to figure out what was going on. And, I took the hose and cleaned it up. I was looking around to see if anybody else, because there's another guy beside of me that was leaving, so I don't know if he saw it, but then I tried to hose off the pad, and then we left. So whenever we were on the road, it was about 5 hours, 4.5, 5 hours to get to from Disney to Salt Springs, counting the stops that we made. But along the way, we had used freshwater tank pump to use the bathroom, to use the sink, to cook a quick meal on the road, and wash dishes and whatnot. And then we went on to Salt Springs. So when we got there, I started to hook up the septic, and I realized that I effed up. I did not close the gray water tank when we left Disney because I was panicking over that black water flush drip. I left it wide open. And not only that, but the black water tank, like normally you pull it out like that far. It was pulled out like that, meaning when we used the toilet, it had emptied out in that pipe too. And there's quite a bit of distance from the valve part, I think, to the exit of the pipe where you twist the lid off. So I knew all that was full of poop water and sink water. So I'm panicking. I'm like, what do I do? I know that this is going to be a mess because it can't go back up in there. It's going to come out. As soon as I open that lid, it's going to gush out. What do I do? So I was like, I got a bucket in the camper. It's a Christmas tin bucket, them popcorn buckets. And it was like the smaller one, but I thought I'd catch it. I'll just hold it up there, pull the plug, and let it all pour out in there. So I get the bucket, and I'm like sitting there, I'm getting anxiety, and I'm like, oh God, it's not going to be pretty. I know it's not going to be pretty. I might get a little drip on me, but, the bucket will catch it. And then after it goes in the bucket, then I'll unscrew the sewer thing at the campsite and just pour it directly in that. So I pulled the plug. That's the first mistake I made, is I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have used a tin bucket. Don't ever do this. The second mistake I made is when I pulled the plug, I full out pulled it. I didn't just slightly pull it so it could ooze out. I pulled it hard, and it gushed, and I ran that bucket up to it, and when I done that, it hit it so hard at the bottom, it ricocheted, splashed back, it covered me. Y'all, I had shit water from head to toe. Shit water from head to toe all over me. It stunk to high heaven. I had a chunk of toilet paper right here, a little tiny chunk of toilet paper. It was so bad, I stunk. And it was right at checkout. So I couldn't shower. I had to leave. And I was looking around I was panicking. I was like, oh my God, somebody saw this. I mean, it was everywhere. There was water, frothy poop water all over the pad. It looked like chocolate milk. It was all over me. It was all over the side of the camper. It was in the bucket on the inside, on the outside. It was so bad. So I grabbed the hose, and I'm trying to hose everything off, and I'm looking around like, did anybody see this? And I know people probably saw it, and they were probably laughing their asses off at me, but I didn't see anybody out. They were probably in their campers looking at me through their windows. But I cleaned it the best I could, and I jumped in the camper real quick, and I had a little bit of water in the freshwater tank, and I turned that on real quick, and I jumped in that. I stripped off naked. I tried to jump in and shower. It was cold water. I didn't care, to rinse off a little bit, but I still stunk. I couldn't get the smell off. I put I used the air freshener and sprayed my body with air freshener trying to cover the smell after I showered. I don't know why I could still smell it. It was so bad. And then I had like hand sanitizer. I was pouring that all over me trying to get the smell off. And I would jump in the car, and this all happened like literally within like 5 minutes because I was trying to hurry and get out before they charged me because it was like right at checkout time. So the kids and the dogs were already in the car waiting on me. They're in the truck waiting. So I ran in and I tried to do all this, and I jump in the truck, and they're like, "What's that smell?" After I showered, the dogs were smelling me and licking me because they could smell the poop on me. Cause I got showered in poop water. It was bad. So, if you ever get in a situation like this and you realize that you forgot to shut those valves and you use your tanks, somebody told me that there is a valve that you can get that goes on the end of your pipe, right where you unscrew the lid to hook your sewer hose on, but you can get another valve right there that fits there that prevents this stuff. That way, if you realize you've done that, you can close that valve. So you might only get like a little dribble that comes out instead of 3 feet of sewage out of that pipe gushing full force at you. I mean, it was Jedi force. But there's a valve that you can get. But if you don't have one of those valves and you're in a pinch, the next thing I would do, if I do use a bucket, is take a garbage bag and put it directly over that sewer pipe with my hand over top the bag and the bag in the bucket, and then unscrew it so it can all gush out in the bag and not spray the whole damn planet like it did with me. But lesson learned, that's my story. So now that I got that out of the way, let's show you some of Salt Springs. Bye. So we just enjoyed doing a little bit of snorkeling and swimming around Salt Springs. The water is cold. It's cold. This one tricked me. He said, "It's not deep, come here," and I stepped and I went down under. But we saw some fish and some blue crabs. I didn't get any crabs on my video that I could see. At least I don't think I did because it was kind of dark. But I was trying to swim down and the springs were pushing you up. So it's really hard to swim downhill with one hand while I'm holding the camera in the other.
She wouldn't let me.
Because you would drop it.
No.
You would drop it.
Saw crabs, but
you would drop it.
no.
But hopefully I got some good footage and I will insert it after this.
The current says it. One.
One baby snow crabs. Look at it. How's it feel? It's so cold. Yeah, it's like it goes deep down. You have to swim through rocks. But those bubble up. The water filters up through those 3 springs. There's one there, there, and out there. What? Okay, get them out. Right here. One right there. Spring. This one right there. And then one right there. You can't really go down because it's pushing you up. up. I was trying to go down in there. And it was like strong. Oh, there's a little one right there too. Right there. Under these people. The water's too shallow. There you go. Is it too cold for you, huh? Yeah. It is cold. But once you get in, it's not bad. Brady's right there. There's feet. Goes. You can't hardly go down. It just keeps pushing you up. Oh, you're so dramatic. There's what? 2 crabs? Did you see them? Wow.
They said they had her dad 70.
Ray just dived right in. Going in. I think you can pull yourself down like, I don't know, 15 feet. You can pull yourself down the rocks.
That's deep.
I know, but it keeps pushing you back up. The springs do. It's hard. You have to pull yourself down the rocks. You found it? Did you find the crabs? The real big ones? Did you see it? How big is it? How wide? How wide is it, Landon?
Mom,
How big is it?
it's cool. I'm looking at it like it's looking at me.
How wide is it? Oh.
200.
Oh, over 200-year-old tree.
200.
Yeah, a 200-year-old tree. They don't want you to climb on it to protect it. You can't climb on it. You got to protect it.
It says trees have feelings too.
Oh, look at this.
That's so cool.
Isn't it gorgeous?
How did I know it's trees?
Wow. Look at that tree. It's so pretty.
That's 200
Holy
years old.
smokes.
Mom, that
This tree is over 200 years old.
No,
It's the same tree. Okay, so straight back there is the springs. And then through
And we're
here,
going on the bear trail right now.
you have the tent camp spots. Right there's the bear trail. So if you know if you're in this area, you're close to the springs,
Put
which
the
is
camera
straight
at
that
me.
way.
Let the camera.
And then you go into the RV campsites.
Point the camera.
So RV campsites, tent campsites. To the
Look.
left is the boat dock. To the right, land stop. To the right is the springs.
Oh, look.
Oh my God.
What the heck is this for?
I'm trying to time how long it takes to get from the Springs to our campsite, number 56, which is about a little over halfway to the inn. And these two are over here trying to catch fire ants. What are y'all doing?
There's like a big red ant. We're throwing a rock at it. No, it was a bullet ant that was red.
So y'all just decided to play games with it?
Yeah, but it
It's gonna feel good if you get stung.
It won't die. It will not die. We threw a big rock. It has magic armor.
Okay.
We buried it, and then it just came out of this weird, mysterious hole. I don't know why there was a hole.
Okay, so when you come down the main road, this is the quicker route because first we went down the center and around and got lost. But if you come to the road and straight down that way, hang a left, and then if you hang a left, then you'll go right, and that's where the tent campsites are. And then you take a right from those tent campsites to get to the Springs. But if you're gonna bring kayaks, you would take a left after you pass the tent campsites to get to the dock area where you can launch your kayaks in the water. And here we are, site number 56. So it took 20 minutes to walk from the Springs to site 56. What are you doing?
Shower.
I'm gonna charge you for that. Charge you $2.
Enjoy the juice. Pick it up tomorrow, okay?
This is our view today at Salt Springs.
Look, we really pulled that one off, didn't we, Sherlock? We got beautiful stuff.
Wait, get some sand on it. Some sand on it. And do it. Watch. Right, watch.
Call 800-587-5023. That's 800-587-5023.
What?
800-587-5023.
You got a problem, Gizmo?
Break! Dry? Oh, it's dry? The tree! The tree! This one's on her iPad all day. Okay, so this is the women's bathroom shower house, and it totally just freaked me out because the lights were out, and when I walked in, I was looking around, and then the fans kicked on and then the lights kicked on. So I don't know if it's sensory or what, but I'm going to show this bathhouse at this campground. There's the bathroom. So this is the shower. I don't know about that open space there. So my kids were confused. You gotta push these to keep the water going. Okay. This is the shower.
Why are you gonna be such a sis?
Another one. They're so loud. Okay. Push it, and I think you gotta turn it. I don't know. Guys, come on. Landon. I did. Oh, there's another. Okay, there's another shower. There's a baby changing station.
Yeah, you so rude. The baby came out like a dude. The last person to
Going out. My kids are crazy. Okay, so there's also the dishwashing station here. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna turn that off because I don't know if I'm supposed to leave that on or off. I don't know what this is. I have no clue. Alright, there's the men's bathroom. So that is the dishwashing station, bathroom, and shower area here at Salt Springs. Straight ahead, right there. That's my camper. Okay, and one thing too, I'm kind of scared. It's dark, and that woman when we checked in said that there are bears here. So campers have spotted them here, and she said just last weekend campers were talking about it. So I want to log off here and run to my campsite because it's dark and I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock and I'm going to bed. But we will catch you later at our next review. We're heading to Forsyth, Georgia, KOA. Stay tuned, and we're going to do a review of that campsite as well. Talk to you later. Bye.